Okay, as per normal, we've got a roving mic. For the Q&A, please identify yourself, as well as the media company you represent prior to asking your questions. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, welcome to the Orlando Pirates media briefing ahead of our second leg fixture in the CAF Champions League against the Jwaneng Galaxy of Botswana. We are joined by the head coach, Coach Jose Riveiro, as well as club captain Innocent Maela. Welcome, gentlemen. Maybe we just start things with the opening question. Coach, if you can just give us your expectations of the upcoming match against Jwaneng Galaxy, and for the captain, just to give us just a brief on the preparations, the mood at camp ahead of this important fixture. We'll start with you, Coach.
With me?
Yes, sir.
Good morning. Expectations is to live a memorable night tomorrow. The whole family, Pirates family, together. We have an important game ahead of us. One of the most important this season, if not the most important. And yeah, we're just preparing ourselves for that moment to give our best and make sure that we can find ourselves in the group stage. Is one of the objectives for the team this season, and we have everything to make it possible. So really looking forward to start the game and show what we are capable to do.
We'll now open for questions from the floor. Are there any questions?
Morning, Coach.
Morning.
Benjamin Yerenda Sokaladu. Coach, there have been 2 home defeats of 1-0, 1-0 against Sundowns and 1-0 against
Excuse me, Benjamin, can you swap microphones, please?
Okay. 1-2. Okay. I already greeted you, Coach. Okay, Coach, I was saying that there have been 2 home defeats of 1-0 each against Mamelodi Sundowns and against Stellenbosch in different competitions. But you are going into this game also on the back of a 1-0 defeat to the same team, Jwaneng Galaxy. What's the plan going into this? Do you just go from attack from the first whistle? What's the plan going into this game?
We need to win the game with 2 goals of advantage. That's the target in the end of the 90 minutes. We need to dominate the game in every scenario. We need to feel that we are applying that domination. That means that we make sure that we are not running back too much. That we can apply our game plan, and there's no. Football is not as explicit that you can say that you're looking for a goal in the first 20 minutes and then for the next one we're going. We have to show that we are the better team. We have to show that we are capable to do it, and there's no time to waste. So what we want is to dominate the game. When we do it, we are more close to get the result that we are looking for, and tomorrow is not an exception. So it's not going to be different than what we try to do usually. Like I said, we need 2 goals of advantage to get the result that we are looking for in the 90 minutes or in the extra. And yeah, that's what we are looking for from the start.
Next question.
Good morning, Coach. Tsako Nkari from UNCA. Just to latch on to Benjamin's question, after the 3 consecutive defeats and so on, I know, do you do anything different in the week? Have you had to do anything different in this week, considering how important this game has been to motivate the players, or is that anything tactical that you've done different?
There's always different things, game after game. Football team it's always a permanent evolution. If you don't do it, the opponents will. Like we said already several times, we're coming from difficult results to accept. In the last 3 opportunities we have to compete in 3 different competitions. Fortunately, in the last one, the result was enough to go to a final. We should not forget that Orlando Pirates is going to be in one more final, even though we lost the last game. And sometimes those results are convenient during the process, you know, to understand that when you are not in your best, when you don't have the proper mindset, you can easily lose a different team, and that's what we don't want to be. And tomorrow, more than the result, is about, you know, have the opportunity to forget the last game as soon as possible with a good result tomorrow, with a good performance, with a convinced performance in front of our fans. Last time we played with the full crowd and we didn't offer the show that they deserve, and tomorrow we really want to do it. The players are really committed to do it, and that will be the main change. You know, our mindset, our mentality to face the game tomorrow. The players know how much are we playing for, how important is this for us as a group, for the club, for our fans. So, you know, there's gonna be a proper team, you know, looking for the result with the proper mindset, for sure.
Buenos dias, Coach. Good morning to Ino as well. Kamkhalo Mokhale from YFM. Coach, you played Jabal and you now progress to play Jwaneng FC. Jwaneng Galaxy. Yes. Played in the first leg. With these 3 games that you have played, do you think that they have given you enough tests in making sure that tomorrow you go all out, in making sure that you register the positive results for you to be in the group stages?
Look, it doesn't matter. It's about us tomorrow to perform in our best. It's a home game against a good team, against an opponent that is leading already 1-0. It's a challenge, but we love the challenges, and this one is an opportunity to prove that even in difficult circumstances we can make it. We can be our best version tomorrow. And the games that we already play in the competition I'm not going to play tomorrow. I'm not going to be played tomorrow. What happened in Botswana, it's past, and tomorrow we have the opportunity to write an important page in club history for our future, for many things. Like you hear the captain, the players really wants to go to that competition and test themselves against the best teams in the continent. So if tomorrow, you know, we don't get the result that we are not wishing, is not because we are not going to try everything, but it's going to be difficult for us, but it's going to be even more difficult for the opponent, for sure.
Good morning, Coach. Tamba Shabalala, Joseph on Sports. Coach, mine comes from the playing personnel. Comes to the playing personnel in terms of the players that we have not seen at Pirates in a long time. Nda, Pule, Lodge, those 3. Why, Coach, haven't you seen them in action? Is it injuries? Is it lack of fitness? What is it that we don't get to see those players?
I'm not going to speak about individuals.
Next 3 questions, starting from there. Tando, we starting here? Noted.
Morning, Ino. Chris Giscaffer. Just for Ino and maybe Coach Ino, from players' perspective, were you guys surprised in gaps? First by the fact that Jwaneng just played the way they did, or the way the game went. We were all there watching it, and around the area they seem to idolize you guys more than. Were you guys surprised? Was there an element of complacency that perhaps crept into your guys' game in Botswana?
No, every time a big team, a big club lose one game, we go straight to the, what's the word, No, there's one opponent who is playing the same tournament than you, with the same wishes, the same objective than you, and sometimes you can lose. This is a game, it's a sport, and I don't know why we always have to think that when we lose is because the players are relaxed or they don't want to win. I've never seen a player going to the field without the intention to do their best and win the game for the team. So it goes without saying. The result was 1-0 because they put one ball in the net and we couldn't manage to put 1 or 2 or 3 balls in the net. The time is over and we ran with a 1-0 down. But now we have one more game. It's not over. It's not done. The game is 180 minutes at least, and still half of that game is still to be played tomorrow, and let's see what happens.
Okay, space of SABC. Coach, you've already said 3 negative results back-to-back in 3 different competitions, but from where you're sitting, what let the team down?
3 different games, 3 different competitions. We played in Botswana, I think a very equal game. We were maybe the fact that we didn't score in the last 3 games. That's why we are talking about those defeats, because I think no one really in these 3 games, none of our opponents really outplayed us or dominate us. I don't think so. Like I said, Botswana 1-0, but the result could be different. Then we played a good game against a tough opponent in the league, Mamelodi Sundowns. I think the result could be also different. We played a good second half. We spoke about that game long enough, about the first and the second half. And the last game, it's difficult to explain. But again, I think we had opportunities to talk about a different result. Like I said many times, I don't analyze the result. The result is what it is. Everybody can do it. And I'm a coach. I try to analyze some other things and try to influence to make sure that it's not happening anymore, and tomorrow we don't collect the same type of result and the result is more positive for us. Is there any relation between the games? There's no. But unfortunately, the schedule is very congested, it's very tight. And it can happen that in 8 days you accumulate 3 defeats in a row, and suddenly in the space of 1 week it seems that we're doing everything wrong, but it's not the truth. We're doing a lot of things very well done, and we will be back to the winning track very soon.
Vincent from SABC News. Coach, so much has been said about Jwaneng Galaxy coach Morena Ramuri. We always give Paris problems. I mean, so the second game is beating you guys. The first time, you are not here, obviously. They beat Pirates while they were still in the campaigning in the lower division ranks. Psychologically, do you think that something that what's on your minds, coach?
It's affecting you psychology.
I was still in school.
No. No.
Coach, it's more or less like a follow-up to what he has just asked about scoring early, but how would you make sure that they also don't score? Because a goal from them would disturb you more than it already has disturbed you on 1-0. So if they score, that would disturb you more. What's the plan to to keep a clean sheet? As you have said, your opponents have not been outplaying you, but they have been scoring and you have not been scoring. How important is it, or how are you going to work at not conceding? Because that's the most important one tomorrow.
Think about the last 3 goals we concede. We play in a corner in our favor, we shoot in the rebound, suddenly 10 seconds later the ball is in our net. In a situation that we are defending 6 against 2, if I am not mistaken, in one transition. Against Sundowns we have a comfortable possession in the middle of the park, and 5 seconds later we are conceding a penalty. Against Stellenbosch, we clear one ball in one corner, there's a rebound, they shot, it's touching one of our players, is in the net. And we have two players out of the box, free to shoot, with nobody taking the rebound. So, are specific situations inside the 90 minutes where sometimes lack of concentration in small details, and also the opponent doing things well, you know, small things. It's when the games are equal. It's about small details. It's difficult to sometimes make sense about what's happening in the games. And in the last games, that small percentage of luck that you need, you know, in the last touch, the last rebound, the last interception, you know, that is playing in your favor. It didn't work recently, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to work tomorrow. And as I used to say, if I knew which one is the proper plan to score one goal early, I will do it in every game, not only tomorrow. I will face every single game with the same plan. But trust me that nobody knows. And if somebody is coming here and saying, yeah, I know how to score one goal in the first 20 minutes, it's lying, and I'm not going to lie. I'll do my best to make sure that we can create chances early in the game, that we can put the game in a rhythm where the opponent have difficulties to defend, and if we manage to do that, we will be close to score one goal. That's the plan.
Coach, Siasama from Sunday World, you just spoke about creating chances, and one of your creative players, Patrick Masongani, you saw him limping in the last previous game. So what is the status of his availability for tomorrow?
I'm not speaking about individual players.
On that
because I don't want.
On that note, to reach the conclusion of our press conference.